Don't show up, don't come out.
In this video, I'm going to show you one of the most popular one-story plans built by Perry Homes. This is the 2895 plan. The name of the plan is also the approximate square footage, and we have 4 bedrooms, 3 full bathrooms, and a 3-car garage. Now, we are in a suburb east of Austin, Texas called Bastrop, and I'll tell you all about Bastrop later on in the video. While we walk out to the main living area, let me introduce myself. My name's Raj Sahu. I'm a realtor in Austin, Texas, and I've represented buyers with 19 different builders, including Perry Homes. Now, some of those homes were 3,400 square feet all the way up to 4,000 plus square foot homes. Even though the square footage here is just under 2,900 square feet, I love this Perry signature of just wide open main living areas where you have this kitchen with this very large island, you have dining in the back with great windows, and then this living room opens up so well with tall ceilings and those sliding glass doors on the back wall. Now, there is one room in this house that I absolutely love, and I find it's always missing on one-story plans. Now, it's not this dining room in the back. I will show you that room later on in the video. We'll also head outside where you'll see this beautiful backyard and patio. So stick with me on this home tour where we got a couple surprises. We have great design upgrades shown in this model home, and I think you'll see that right here in the kitchen. What I love about this kitchen are the glass inserts with the upper cabinets. I think upper cabinets are really important when you have tall ceilings like this, and you'll see we even open up taller into the living room, which is great. But this is the first thing I noticed are these glass inserts showing some dishware, maybe some fake plants on the upper cabinets. And I like how they kept this designer vent hood above this 5-burner gas stovetop consistent with the rest of the cabinets. Now, that consistency allows for 2 things. Number 1, the glass inserts on these cabinets become more of the focal point and really draws your attention when you curl around the corner into this main living area and look into the kitchen. The second part that really stands out is this kitchen island, simply because of the kitchen island wrap. They did 2-tone kitchen cabinets, so they have a darker color here. It also makes this apron white sink stand out so much. And then on top of all of that, we have these dark pendant lights. They match up well with the dark kitchen faucet as well as the dark hardware on all the cabinets. And this is where I think a kitchen really comes together from a design standpoint. They have a couple different focal points that are grabbing your attention for different reasons. And then they have this consistent color pattern throughout this kitchen that provides a fantastic contrast. Now, while we head over to the living room, let me share with you some good news. And the good news is, if you want this specific floor plan, at the time I'm posting this video, this floor plan is for sale in this neighborhood. It's also for sale in a few other neighborhoods in the Austin metro area. And if you don't like the design of this home or there's some things that you would change, you can build this floor plan in so many neighborhoods across the Austin metro area as well as in other parts of Texas. And I say all that because I love this living room. I think so many buyers tell me they love spending time in their main living area, that kitchen, living room, dining, all combined in one area. They want it to feel open. They want to be able to look out their back wall through sliding glass doors like this in the greenery. And they just want all of these things without maybe going so high in square footage. And to be able to accomplish that under 2,900 square feet, it's not easy to do. But I think if you're seeing how Perry builds some of their homes, you can accomplish a lot in just this square footage. Now, that continues right here in the primary bedroom, which has cathedral style ceilings. I love that beam running across the ceiling with that incredible light fixture. You have great windows off the back wall. And this is a good sized bedroom. So they fit a bed. You have 2 chairs here with a lamp in between them. I have to say, this is very useful, especially if you are planning on having kids or have kids. And I can say this from experience. My wife and I have a 2-month-old son and a 2-year-old daughter, and just having a separate area in our bedroom to feed our son is great, just to put a chair there. Also, sometimes when our daughter gets up, instead of putting her in our bed and then all of a sudden her bed is our bed and that becomes very tough, we can just hold her in the chair until she falls back asleep, and then we put her back in her own bed. And so having that separate area I've found is very useful in a bedroom like that. And on top of that bedroom size, I love how much this bathroom opens up. So when you first walk in, and we're going to see it again, you have that freestanding tub with the walk-in shower. We have vanities on either side of this door. I think that having a sliding door to get into this bathroom is very useful, so it's not cutting in on any space in the bedroom or in this bathroom. And then I think it still feels very open in here due to not just the layout, but take a look at these windows. Off the left wall here, looks fantastic. And I can't tell you how many buyers I've had where they walk some of these homes and they say, there's more natural light coming into this bathroom than our current living room where we live. And it's because Perry likes to pack in windows wherever they can. Now, the beauty of having vanities on either side of this bathroom is everything's kind of separate from each other. You do need to share that linen closet, but you don't have to share your closet space. So on either side of this bathroom are walk-in closets. And I find so many buyers, they love bathrooms with Perry homes. In fact, one of my buyers has a similar layout to this bathroom. It's just larger. It's also an over 4,000 square foot home. I remember when they first saw their home built out and I walked in, they were giving each other high fives when they saw this bathroom because they were comparing it to what they currently had. And it was completely different. And they absolutely fell in love with the layout that they were seeing here. Now, I mentioned earlier that this was a freestanding tub. It's not. This is their oval tub that has a tile surround. And I was actually mistaking this bathroom for my client's bathroom that did a freestanding tub upgrade here because they were able to build their home from scratch. And actually, now that I think about it, my last 3 clients that built with Perry that I'll close within the last year all did a freestanding tub upgrade. And it does come with a cost, of course, but it does open up that space really well. And I also think this opens up the space really well. Walking into your walk-in shower and it's all open into your bathroom. And then I told you I had a couple of surprises. This is going to be one of them. We have cathedral-style ceilings in this bathroom as well, where you have a beam running across it. Really draws your eyes up when you get into this bathroom. You can also clearly see it from this walk-in shower like I'm demonstrating. But my point in sharing all this with you is this is what I want people to experience. So if you're watching this video and you don't live in Austin, Texas, and you're out of state and you're trying to understand what's here in Texas, this is what people need to see. And it's these 3 things: the layout, windows, and ceiling height. And that is difficult to show you with a video camera because I can only see a little bit in front of me, or I can only show you a little bit in front of me, but I can see so much when I'm walking through these homes. So that's why I'm constantly moving my camera left to right and up and down because I want you to experience what I'm experiencing here when I'm walking through these beautiful homes. And speaking of beautiful, I'm going to walk you to the second surprise that I had that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, which was what is missing on a 1-story plan. And actually, before we get there, I just want to show you this tile. This was a very cool wall tile in that walk-in shower that went all the way up to the ceiling. I love the color pattern in that bathroom, and I think that tile just made everything else pop because it had so much movement in that tile. Now, I was mentioning earlier that I do have some buyers that are trying to stay under a certain square footage and not go all out for their home. They don't want to be tempted by such a bigger home. I do have a lot of people that say that, and they end up not doing it right. They end up wanting under 3,000 square feet. They end up buying 3,500 or 4,000 square feet. But if you are one of those people that's trying to stay under a certain square footage but still get a lot of what you want in your home, this is one of the best parts of this plan, one of the biggest surprises. It's this game room, media room area, and I love how this is staged. I love the design element of the accent wall on the right side, and I thought this was such a cool space to have on a 1-story plan. Now, I bring this up because so many buyers end up going to a 2-story plan because a 2-story plan usually has a game room, loft area like this that gives you that hangout area. It might have an option for like a media room upgrade. But to have this area where you have like a desk here and a fake computer to kind of show you that you can use this to work from home. And then when you're done with work, you can have this as a hangout area, close in the doors, blast a TV, maybe play a ball game or maybe watch a movie in there. I thought that that was such a cool space to have. And I think Perry knocked it out of the park with that one area. I also think they did this pretty well where these sliding glass doors open up into this large patio. And I have to say, when you're in this living room or even when you're at the front door, you can see right through these sliding glass doors into this patio, into this sitting area in the backyard. You can notice the sunset as well as the greenery that's back here. right when you walk in through the front door. And when you're in the living room, it almost makes it feel like this space is a part of the living room because of the sliding glass doors. And I love when builders do that because I think that that's what's missing in a lot of resale homes. I think just recently over the last 5 years, sliding glass doors have become very popular, and you see it in almost every single model home. And this is why so many people tell me they're wanting to move to Texas because they want to spend more time outdoors. They want to go to their backyard, do some grilling, just hang out, have the kids play in the backyard, maybe play some cornhole, maybe do something fun, but just be outside, enjoy nature, enjoy the greenery. And that's why so many people reach out to me to find areas just like this one. And when I say just like this one, I mean the trees, the greenery that's here. I love the sunset right behind the house and the sitting area around this fire pit, which is so cool. And I get this in a lot of areas around the Austin metro area. I won't start naming every suburb because there's a lot of them and there's a lot of growth in Austin. But if you reach out to me, I'd be happy to cover them in detail. In this video, what I'll cover is the area that we're in, which is called Bastrop, Texas. Now, Bastrop has some good growth that's happening around this area, both in jobs and in mixed-use development projects. Jobs is simple. We have Tesla's Gigafactory, which was built east of downtown Austin and is about 18 miles away from this community. Ends up being about a 25-minute drive without much traffic. And keep in mind, that factory was built during the pandemic, so very recently, and they actually just started, at the time of posting this video, putting out the Cybertruck. So if you're following all the Tesla news, that was a big show here in the Austin area. So I know a lot of people that work at that Tesla Gigafactory that are looking at Bastrop because homes are so much more affordable out here than anywhere close to downtown Austin. Now, while we look at this powder bathroom, I will finish up what I was saying by mentioning Bastrop 75. So that's the mixed-use development project. And if you look into Bastrop 75, there's a lot going on there. They have a medical campus, 3-story office and retail, restaurants, entertainment, 650 plus multifamily units. They're going to have an event lawn. It's just going to be a very large project where you can park your car, kind of get that urban feel, try to mimic a little bit of the Domain area if you're familiar with Austin. That's done really well, which has pretty much emerged as our second downtown of Austin, 10 miles north of downtown. They're trying to make those types of projects all around the Austin metro area. And for Bastrop, that's Bastrop 75. Now, getting back into the 2895 plan, we are in one of the spare bedrooms. I like how they have 2 beds in here just to really paint the picture of what's possible in this bedroom. And then after we look at this walk-in closet, we do have a Jack and Jill full bathroom that's going to lead to another bedroom. But there still is another spare bedroom across the home that has its own in-suite full bathroom. And so I believe I mentioned earlier in the video, this is 3 full bathroom home. I missed that half bath. So we do have 3.5 bathrooms. I did like the location of that half bath. It was kind of right across from that game room area. So right off of that main living area too. And that's why I tour homes like these. I like well thought out homes. I think you'd be surprised that's how many homes there are where it just doesn't make any sense. And you have buyers that walk them. And it's because they're attracted usually for the price point, and then they walk them and realize why it's a low price. The layout usually just doesn't make any sense. And with that in mind, I do get a lot of buyers that ask me, hey, why is this home priced so low? And usually there's a reason why. And the buyer's usually asking me that question because who doesn't want to buy a home at a great price, right? So you're going to explore some of the lower priced options relative to square footage or relative to some metric that you're using to look at homes. Usually it's square footage. But I think the main question is, well, where is there a good opportunity? And I want to answer that right here while we head over to that other bedroom. And real quick, that opening on the right side would be closed off. And then this mud bench on the left side, across from that would be an entrance into your garage area. And they have that open because they have it as the builder agent's office. But when they sell this home sometime in the near future, that would turn into a garage. This, of course, is the utility room. Now, getting back into the question of where are the opportunities, well, I got a few I could mention to you, and it's all based around builders not pricing their lots according to what the market would probably pay for that lot. And let me explain. So there are a couple examples I can give for this. Number one, I just had a client contract on a lot in the past week, and they have a beautiful view on their lot that nobody has really seen. And the reason why is that area is heavily wooded. It's on the edge of a phase. So I don't think that many people actually drive out to that specific street. And I mean, you can't really imagine what it would look like through those trees. Well, one of those areas got cleared out next to their lot, and it was pretty apparent that they would have a great view off their backyard. And the pricing on that lot, I won't give the exact price, I'll just say it was around $10,000. Well, all the other view lots in that same neighborhood were $40,000 to $80,000. Now, why is there a difference in price? There are quite a few reasons. The main one is the person who's pricing those lots is somebody in corporate headquarters for that builder that's located out of town. They've never walked those lots in person, and they're just looking at a 2D site map that shows them general elevations. And if I had that site map in front of you, showing it to you, I could explain why they probably made the mistake thinking there wouldn't be a view, but there is. And they mispriced a lot. Don't get me wrong. I don't think my client's getting like a screaming deal or like 25% off the home. They just got a better price than what most people are paying because that lot was mispriced. Another example I can give you is I talked to a builder agent who was transferring communities, and I had done good business with that builder agent previously. He knew I was doing a lot of business in the community that he was transferring to. So he asked me, any advice on the specific section that was open and the plans that were offered by that builder? And keep in mind, he's asking me that question because I don't work for any builders. I work for my buyers, right? And I'm unbiased. I work with every builder that's out there, especially the good ones. So I can give him my perspective because I know his competition inside and out. And so I told that builder agent, based on his competition, his square footage on his floor plans that he's offering are too small. Most buyers want higher square footage plans. I gave him a few examples. He ended up going to management, and a week later, he said he got 2 higher square footage plans that he got approved to offer. And it wasn't official, but he was going to be able to offer them in a few days. And it was right in time for a new section that was opening up. And because I helped him, he is going to help me by giving me first shot at 2 great lots that he felt like was mispriced by management. He explained why. He talked to me about why he thought they were good opportunities, and I passed them right along to my clients. And that's what I love doing. I don't work for any of these builders, but by helping some of these builder agents, they tend to feed my clients the best opportunities that are coming up. And I've just continued to double down on that time and time again and just pour value back into my clients. And that seems to be working out really well. And this room also works really well in this plan. So this is the 4th bedroom. It's at the front of the home. It does connect in with that Jack and Jill full bathroom that we saw previously. And I think there's a lot of uses that you could have in this room. You could have it as a study, as you're seeing here. You could also just use this as a bedroom. Keep in mind, there isn't an actual dedicated study in this plan. There are plans that are a little bit higher in square footage than this. There are also 1-story plans, if that's what you like, that have that separate study. And actually, I think there's one right around this square footage that has that study because so many buyers were asking for it. But you could also do exactly what you saw in that game room where they had a desk and a fake computer, and then the rest of the area was kind of like that hangout area. But I think that is very tempting to have in your study where it's tough to work when you have that play area right next to you. And fortunately, I think Perry offers a good amount of floor plans in a lot of their communities. So they're one of those builders that, doesn't just offer 1 or 2 plans that everybody just keeps building over and over again. I think they have a good variety. And speaking of that, if you want to navigate through the builder market and try to understand what your best options are, reach out to me. My number's at the bottom of the description of this video. And as I mentioned before, the relationships that I've been able to set up with each of these builders tends to get great opportunities for people like you. So if you're interested in moving to the Austin metro area or other areas, reach out to me. If I can help you, great. If I think there's a better realtor out there for you, I will absolutely connect you. And then if you want to see homes that are actually for sale, to get an idea of what pricing looks like in the Austin metro area, go ahead and click on the link at the top of the description of this video. Now, I want to provide you one of those homes for sale with Perry in this community that is similar to this 1-story plan, but slightly bigger and has some different features in it. So go ahead and click on that. And as always, hope this helps. Take care, everyone.